Hey BooTube! I know it's been a while, and I have 2 Walking Dead episodes that I have not recorded for, which was like Season 6, Episode 12, which I believe was titled Not Tomorrow Yet, and the recent one, which was yesterday's, Season 6, Episode 13, titled The Same Boat. I will get both of them. The Same Boat I actually missed, so, I heard from, like, some of my friends, my Walking Dead family, who, actually did see the episode. I got some info from them, so my reaction rant for episode 13 is just mainly based on what I heard. I did not get to watch it yet, so, but I definitely watched episode 12, so I'll get somewhat more detail in that. And I definitely need to get to Supergirl, Season 1, Episode 15, which, like, premiered February 29th, and I did not do it yet, which was titled, Solitude, which I'm doing now! Hey! Supergirl, Season 1, Episode, 15, titled Solitude. Let's get into it. From what I remember, because it was, like, ages ago, there's, like, this flashback of when Kara was in, like, her little ship, you know what I mean, when they sent her off from Krypton, and, like, somewhere in the Phantom Zone, I think? And then you see, like, a little Kara Zor-El in her pod, and it's like, towing the prison behind her, the prison ship. And all of a sudden, like, she notices that the computer console inside her pod, on the dashboard, it starts lighting up. And if you guys notice, like, there's, like, a cute little thing about that little light-up moment there on the dashboard, because for all those people who know DC Comics, specifically with the Super family, there is a specific character that Superman is, villain that Superman's very well known for, and when you, noticed on the computer console in her dashboard in her pod, there are these 3 dots that are on the console, and, if you guys know, that's a very telltale sign of a certain villain from DC, mainly associated with Superman, which was this 3-dot symbol of Brainiac, which I thought was uber crazy, because I was like, the moment I saw it, I was like, Brainiac! Because, come on, everyone knows that Brainiac, on his forehead, he has this dot thing going on. It's like 2 dots up here, and then 1 dot down here, and it kind of makes like a triangle shape, if you think about it, because there's like 2 dots here, up here, and there's 1 down here, and it kind of makes like an upside-down triangle on his forehead. So, everyone knows Brainiac, and, I don't really have to get into detail about that, because even though you do see the telltale mark of Brainiac, Brainiac's not the one the Brainiac we all know is not the one we see in this, show. I'll get more into why I said that. But anyway, like, basically in present day, Alex is all telling Kara, you know, come back to the DEO, but Kara still refuses to come back because she's still no bueno about Hank, you know, killing Astra, because we all know that in the previous episode, Hank took the blame for killing Astra when we all know it was actually Alex. And despite all that conversation, you know, she heads to work at Catco, where she and Wynn keep getting a cold shoulder from Shaban, the other assistant. And, it all gets interrupted when Kat is pretty much asking for everybody to come inside her office for a conference call. And during all that, you know, Shaban, like, shows a package that was addressed to Kat, and earlier, like, when she got the package, Kara notices it, and she actually does tell Shaban, you know, she's like, you know, if it's addressed to Kat usually wants her packages open so she can see what it is, but Shaban being like, I'm not listening to you, I'm gonna do my own thing, right? And it's kind of sad, because, you know, Kara is trying to somewhat help Shaban when it comes to Kat, you know what I mean? How Kat likes things run as her assistant. But of course, Shaban being like, I'm not listening to you, you're just trying to, you're sabotaging me. No, I'm not listening to you, right? So, Shaban gives the package to Kat, which I think is the funniest thing, because Kat's like, why are you giving me a package that's not open? It could be like anthrax or something. And then you see Shaban's face like, and it's like, it's like that moment where you want to be Kara right now, and it's like, I told you so. What did I tell you? Kat likes her packages and mail opened before it gets to her, so she knows what it is. So she doesn't freak out. Because kind of like what she did now, because Siobhan never opened it, and like she's like, why are you giving this to me? This could be anthrax for all I know, right? And I was like, Siobhan, Kara was actually just looking out for you there. Come on now. Anyway, James ends up opening the package and opens it to find a letter and a thumb drive. You know, Kat's so unimpressed with the fact that Siobhan didn't open it for her, and the fact that it was just some stupid letter and thumb drives. She tells Siobhan, you know, you're the one who screwed up. Take this drive and, like, destroy it. Microwave it. I don't care. Just get rid of it, right? And, at the DEO, Alex and Hank, they're, like, sparring and debate whether Kara should know the truth about the fact that, you know, Alex was the one that actually killed Astra. And, you know, they're all debating about it. Alex keeps saying, like, you shouldn't take the blame. You didn't do anything wrong. I should be the one. And, like, all those actions and their conversation end up making Hank turn back into Jean. And, like, kind of like an angry retaliation during their sparring match. And, like, during all that, John still says, you know, she should not know, and the DEO, because, you know, Alex says that the DEO was doing better when Kara was with them, and, you know, he's like, no, the DEO did fine even without Kara in the beginning. We don't need her. The DEO was better off without her, right? And, quite frankly, I understand why Alex is pushing to tell the truth. I mean, it's her sister, even though not biologically, it's still her sister, and she wants to tell the truth. And also, I can understand, like, that guilt feeling that Alex is feeling, you know, she's the one that killed her sister's biological aunt, and, also the fact that, you know, she's lying about it, too, and, like, also, like, she feels bad that Kara's taking all that hatred and, like, rage towards, like, Hank, Jean, when he has done nothing wrong, and, you know, the fact that I don't blame her for being angry for, like, making Hank continue lying to her, you know, and I really don't blame Alex for that. If I was Alex, I'd probably do the same thing. Like, we gotta tell her the truth. I can't. The guilt is eating me alive, and you should not be treated like crap for something you did not do. But anyway, back at Catco, the monitors and other electronic devices at Catco, all of a sudden they go immensely haywire. And like I said, since we saw the Brainiac symbol, it's kind of herp and derp duh moment, because we all know Brainiac was notorious for, like, destroying and haywire when it came to electronical stuff, like computers and shit. So when all the monitors and electronic devices and computers went totally haywire, and the fact that we saw the Brainiac symbol, I immediately knew what it was going to be. And, all of a sudden you see a hacker who pretty much tells Kat, you know, that she ignored the thumb drive that was sent, and, warns her that she will bring ultimate chaos to National City because they ignored the thumb drive. And the really cool thing is that, the hacker you see is actual actress Laura Vandervoort. Was it I know her last name, Vandervoort. Vandervoort? Is it Vandervoort? But anyway, if you guys remember Laura, this is what I thought was really cool. Laura, the actress, who apparently is playing this hacker, she is a significant person, this actress, because if you guys remember, Laura actually played Supergirl herself in Smallville. That's why I was really excited about this episode, mainly because I heard Laura was being brought back as a villain. So it was really cool seeing two variations of Supergirl, two women that played Supergirl in the same room. I thought that was, like, freaking awesome. But anyway, hang on. Immediately after, you know, she tells everyone there at Catco what she's gonna do, immediately the hacker does just that. She, like, disrupts all the traffic signals, and there's, like, crashes everywhere in National City. And I'm like, well, shit, you guys should have just listened to the stupid letter and do what they wanted with the thumb drive. But no, you throw the thumb drive, whatever, right? But hey, what can we say? But anyway, Kara as Supergirl ends up, you know, saving people in harm's way because of the whole crashing and the traffic symbol chaos. And, Kat tells James, you know, get every personnel on the latest cyber attack. But as James prepares, like, a cover story, Lucy obviously is not pleased because she knows that Supergirl is involved with all this. especially when Kat said, James, get every personnel in the league cyber attack. She knows that Supergirl is involved in this, and you know how Lucy already feels about the fact that James is getting closer to another super. It's not Superman this time, it's Supergirl, you know? It's like, she just can't win with supers. It's kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, back at Kara's apartment, you know, Kara, James, and Wynn are in Kara's apartment, and they're trying to crack the code. Unfortunately, to no avail, but the hacker, she all of a sudden appears on screen, on Wynn's screen, and actually teleports through the computer into the room. And you see that she's like this blue woman with the Brainiac symbol on her forehead, and it's like, oh my god, is this like a female Brainiac? That's what I immediately thought when I saw it. It's like, so, since this is a Supergirl show, and not a Superman one, are they gonna like make some of Superman's villains turn female? That's what I literally thought, you know, it's because like, I thought, you know, since it's Supergirl, not Superman, I thought, and we saw like the chick that had the Brainiac symbol, I literally thought, you know, are they like gonna turn some of Superman's villains into females like they did with Brainiac, right? They kind of did that in the show The Flash. If you remember, the actress Emily Kinney from The Walking Dead, who played Beth Green, she ended up on The Flash, and she's actually coming back to the Arrowverse. Mind you guys, she's actually coming back to the Arrowverse as her character, but instead of being on The Flash, she's going to guest star on Arrow, so it's going to be really cool. But if you guys remember Emily Kinney's character from the Arrowverse, her character originally in the comics was a guy, but just for The Flash, they gender swapped the guy into a female, because Emily is the one playing it, so that's what I immediately thought was going to happen. Brainiac turned it with gender swap for Supergirl, kind of like how the Bug-Eyed Bandit did for Flash. But it turns out, I'll get into that a little later in the next video, about how it's not actually like the Brainiac we all know from Superman. But anyway, she appears through the screen and attacks, you know, Kara's ready to fight back, but unfortunately, during the whole scuffle, you know, Hank and Alex, who actually, traced, the hacking all the way back to Kara's place, end up showing up at her apartment and pretty much help out fighting, this apparently female Brainiac, but she straight up teleports back in the computer and leaves, right? And, they managed to somewhat convince Kara to come back to the DEO because they have information on the computer chick, but Kara is not ready to return. But moments later, after scaring a couple of people off, the Cyberwoman comes back, and she reveals that she goes by the name Indigo now, and apparently she has a history with Astra's husband Non, and I'll probably get more into that because you know, Non does call her by Brainiac. Literally calls her Brainiac. I believe he calls her Brainiac 8. But she's like, I go by Indigo now. And like, during that whole interaction with each other with Non and Indigo, you know, she's all flirtatious and shit. And he is in like no mood to flirt with her because he's still grieving over his wife Astra's death. And Indigo's all telling Non, you know, Astra's notion of living alongside the humans, it won't work, and she pretty much vows to change, so she and the Kryptonians could pretty much be the only ones on Earth. You know, she wants to change everything about the Earth so that she and the Kryptonians are the only ones left. Basically, I'm guessing she had a history with Non and wants to get back with him and all that shit, and I'll get more into that because I'm running out of time for this first video, so I will probably finish this off in the second video and talk more about who Indigo is, who apparently, the real name apparently is Brainiac 8. So, see you guys in the next video.